Hi, hello, good morning. How are you doing today? It is a wonderful Wednesday morning right here, and I hope you're having a great time. Yes, it is upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. That is the goal. And of course, as you know, this is brought to you by Sourcing Business. And yes, the goal is to upskill 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. But today, our focus is going to be on content marketing. And we have a guy who is coming in to talk to us, and he is referred to as the goal getter. All right, so if you are interested in being a content marketer, you want to build a career as a freelancer in content marketing, then you want to be here. So I want to thank everyone who's joining us, wherever it is you're joining us from, all over the world, from Nigeria, West Africa, Europe, and America. I welcome you. Now, what I need you to do is I need you to share the link because we're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube as well as on LinkedIn. So everyone who is on your contact list, who you know or you think might be, I find this quite useful. Might want to build a career, and you should share the link with them, and so that they can join in and join in the conversation. My name is Oge Mark, and I'm the umpire for today. So welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. That is the goal, and this powered by Source Business. So I just come through wherever it is you are join us. You're welcome wherever it is. Okay. See you, Ajayi from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome. Please share the link. Let people who you think might find this you join in. Brave Man, I like the name, Brave Man. Thank you so much for and he is coming from Abuja. All right. So wherever it is that you are watching us from, welcome. Welcome. So I have with me here Alpha Abena. He's a certified personal development and goal setting coach. And of course, he is known as goal setter. I'm just going to let him do the introduction by himself and let him tell us, what he is about, he should just do the talking, for by himself. Ayedele, Oyedele, I hope I didn't murder your name. Thank you so much for joining us. Enang from Ikeja, thank you. Basira Ibrahim, I see you. Thank you for joining. Peace. Chinea, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so good morning, sir. Good morning, you're welcome. Top Scaling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. Good morning, sir. You're welcome. Alpha, good morning.
Good
Uh,
morning. Good
hey, good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, Oge.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Yeah, Oge, can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Good morning to you too. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very great. Thank you. Thank you.
That's fantastic. All right. So, before I will go into the questions we got lined up today, I'm very curious how you came about the term goal setter. How did you come about that? Every time you find a coach on
Okay.
Instagram or a coach on social media and they have a particular title, either they call them the sales machine or they call them something, they must have had a track record of a particular success or, for them to have earned that name. So I would like you to tell us exactly how you were able to earn the name or the tag goal setter.
All right. Thank you so much, Oge. It's really a pleasure being here with you. I like the way you speak. I like the way you talk. Um,
Oh, thank you.
us, the convener of this, massive training. Is a very resourceful person, and I really appreciate him. All
I
right,
do
so
agree.
my name is Alpha Abena. Yeah, my name is Coach Alpha Abena. I am a personal development coach and a goal setting expert. Also a digital marketer. So just to jump on your question, like How did I come about the name goal setting coach or
Mm-hmm.
goal setter? Well, yeah, goal setting changed my life.
Hmm.
I was in school, 200 level, at the lowest point of um academically I was doing woeful. In my first and second year, I'd failed. I could not account for my money. In short, my girlfriend that I was running after at the time just broke up with me, saying she doesn't know what we are doing, and she just wants to call it off. Like there's no point going on. So it was a down point for me. There was no relationship with her. One day I was just walking on the road, and then I saw a flyer on the floor, and the flyer is a training, a goal setting masterclass by George Essien. You can look him up on Facebook, by George Essien. That's in Uyo, I think 2016 thereabout. So I saw it and I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing in my life on a Saturday that I can't attend this program? So I attended the program. It was a goal setting and vision board masterclass in February 2016. There are events that happen in your life that you would never forget. So I attended this program. I sat down, and from the beginning, it started by 9 and ended at about 4 or thereabout. There were about 8 to 9 speakers talk about goal setting in academics, everything goal setting, and my head was just this big. Like, so there's something called goal setting. There's how I can arrange my life. There's how I can plan my life from point A to point B and get there. There are steps to take to achieve anything I want to achieve. There's how I can build my mind. There's how I can build myself. There's how I can build my career. There's how I can build a network of people around me. Everything involved in goal setting. And it was an aha moment for me, and I just sort of like, so this is why my life has been like this. Because in my academics, really, really, I've never set a goal or a target that, okay, I want to eat A in this course, I want to eat C in this course. Never. I was just, going through school like every other person. I never knew where I wanted to see myself 5, 10 years from 5, 10 years ago. So after that training, we were asked to, go home, buy a new workbook, and then set goals. So one of the speakers recommended a book, Goals by Brian Tracy. And then
Okay.
after the class, I had like 600 or 700 on me as a student then. And I was just walking on the way. God, there's a way God orchestrates things. When is your time, you will know. And then I passed by a bookshop. I've been passing by that bookshop, but there was no need to do. But after session, after that training, I knew that, okay, this bookshop holds something, and it is a book called Go Setting. I went there, priced the book, and it was about 650 or so. So I had to trek home. I trek about, yeah, an hour 20 minutes from that point,
Hmm.
because I spent my transport, spent everything to get that book. So with
Hmm.
that book, Goes by Brian Tracy, and a new um I want to, for where I am to where I want to see myself. Surprisingly, but not surprisingly, my academics shoot up. As I had from my year two, I had 5.0 like 3 times. The same me that had failed 8 times. I did a conference in my final year that the budget was over 350,000, and we pulled it off in grand style. I started making friends with lecturers, and that was what prompted me to what I'm doing today, to being a coach, to be a goal setting coach. It's like, and this is where I saw myself. In that my higher education book, I put there that I'll be training not less than 1,000. If I tell you now that this year alone I've trained more than 5,000 people, and I keep training. This is one of my goals, that I said that I was going to be sitting in front of people, training them and making them better in personal development and stuff.
Hmm. Oh well, we seem to have a connection problem. Okay. We're just going to wait for Alpha to, fix his connection and then get right back to us. Meanwhile, for everyone who's joining in, wherever it is you're joining us from, I say thank you so much for connecting with us today. Please share the link. Somebody needs to hear this. Someone needs to see this. There's somebody on your contact list that needs to know that there's something wonderful going on here. You can acquire a skill, you can upskill yourself, what you already have, and you can become a better person and become a better person for your life, for yourself, for the society, for life, for everything. So all you just, and it's free, actually, it's free. So all you just have to do is to, copy the link and post it on your contact list. Let everyone who is on your contact list see that something interesting is going on in here. Ruben, I believe. Yes, Ruben, thank you so much for watching us today. Uh, thank God, Rich, interesting name. Thank you so much. Martina, I believe. Thank you, and Frank, thank you so much for connecting with us today. The connection seems to have a problem, so we're just going to give it a few more minutes and see how he's going to get back to us. Faithful from Lagos, thank you. Ezef, thank you so much. Timitope, see you, thank you. All the way from Lagos, thank you so much for watching us today. All right, so just give it a few minutes and Afra Abena would join us. Medinat, thank you for joining us. Brave Man Akon, thank you so much. Peace, I see you. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for watching us today. And those are Jai as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, let's just see what is going on if he is ready to join us again. Connection seems to be a bit slow and he seems to be having a problem. So we'll just give it a few more minutes and see that he joins us shortly. Okay. Okay. All right. You guys are doing amazingly well. Oh, thank you. Obi now from Lagos. Thank you for joining us today. Onifade. Yes, I see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Please share the link, share the link, share the link. Someone needs to see it. Someone needs to know that something important is going on here today. Someone needs to know that they can make their life worthy. They can improve themselves. They can improve themselves. They can upskill themselves. They can acquire new skills for free, I might add. May I remind you that a new stream has begun on Source in Business. So what you need to do is, if you have any skill at all that you want to acquire, or maybe you already have a skill but you want to upgrade, all right, maybe you want a mentor, you want someone to, maybe you freelance and you learned on your own but you want to learn under someone, well then Sourcing Business is here for you, and it's absolutely free. Mentors are free, tutors are free. All you just have to do is just go on to sourceinbusiness.com and then you register and then you start up a new class. So whatever it is that you are intending to skill to acquire, be it content marketing, be it digital marketing, be it content writing, be it data analysis, data science, be it whatever it is that you are interested in. Precious, I see you. Agoro Ahmed, thank you. Emmanuel, I see you from Benway. Thank you so much. Obina, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your presence. Oneka, from Enugu. Wow, thank you so much. So whatever it is you want to do, okay, whatever it is, just go on to Sourcing Business and you find courses that ordinarily you go on other platforms and you get to pay what, $100 to get the course, $50, $200, you get it absolutely free. In addition to that, you get access to mentors and tutors. So after you learn this course, they don't just leave you to just go on your own and just go around. No, they mentor you until your feet is strong enough for you to be able to earn a living with that particular skill that you've acquired. So they guide you through, they take you by the hand, eliminate all the mistakes you possibly might make if you were on your own. Okay, so It's so important. The opportunities, available in sourcing business is so important. It's not something for anybody to miss at all, because it will always be free. You know what I mean? It will always be free at some point. I mean, the goal is to upskill 5 million African freelancers. So you don't know when we're going to get to our goal. Whether it be next week we get to a goal of 5 million. Now, if we have 5 million African freelancers trained for free, you're your own, because you might begin to pay. You might just have to pay, because the value of the course that you're taking is valued about, well, for me, help me, about 5 billion, if I'm not mistaken. 5 billion or $5 million, if I'm not mistaken.
The entire initiative is $50 million.
$50 million. So I mean, this is gold mine. It is gold mine. So seize the opportunity. We here in Africa, we're always so fond of when something is for free. We think, oh, it's always be there. It'll always be there. I can always come around. No, it will always be there, because the goal is just 5 million African freelancers. And the goal is also to make Africa the hub of remote work, so that just as other employers and tech employers all over the world are running to Asia and other continents to look for people, to hire people, they would rather come to us here in Africa, be in Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, Ghana, Ivory Coast, wherever it is that you are watching us from. They will come here, hire us for a really interesting fee, and then life will just be good. And all you just have to do is just go on to sourcingbusiness.com, look for any course of your choice, any course authorities you want to learn for free, register, start your class. The classes I'm talking about are not just being fed half baked information. No, you're being taught thoroughly by seasoned professionals, by tutors, by people who are authorities in their field. They teach you step by step, gradually. They give you coursework, they give you homework, they give you assignments, they give you things that you need to be able to be an authority after you are done learning. So there is no excuse whatsoever to miss out on this opportunity. Absolutely no excuse whatsoever. So go on to sourcingbusiness.com, look for any of the courses, whatever. Just all you need to do is just figure out what it is that you want to do. What skill do you want to acquire? Once you've got to figure it in your mind, then go on to sourcingbusiness.com, then get on there, and whatever be a transcription, you want to be international, you want to be a counselor for international students, you want to help them source for schools, you want to be a content marketer, a content writer, you want to be whatever it is you want to be, a data analysis, you want some tech courses, you want to write a language, you want to, whatever it is you want to do, just go on to sourcingbusiness.com and look for the course there and just study. And you are in luck, because this is a new stream. The first stream is, gone. We've done this, the first stream is passed already. The students have graduated already. And now it's a new stream. Opportunities are available for new students to log in and take advantage of this opportunity that is available. Okay, so we have Alpha Abena back with us. Welcome back. That was the
Thank
connection
you.
was crazy.
Thank you, Ogie. I think I needed to restart my device at some point, so that's why
Okay,
it took a lot of time.
okay,
Yeah, so sorry.
that's fine. That's fine. It's good that we have you back. Now let's just get into the business for today. So tell us about content marketing. It's so broad. It's so broad. What exactly is content marketing?
All right, thank you, Ogie, once again, and sorry for the break. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the break. So, content marketing is everything you need for your business to move from where it is to wherever you want it to be. Content marketing is the new gold of business. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look around, you see brands, businesses pitching content to you, telling you subtly, telling you inaudibly what to do, what decisions to make. And we are all tuning towards that direction, because gone are the days when you just carry your product and walk door to door and start knocking, knock knock knock. I have Gary. Oh, do you want to buy Gary? And they'll be like, no, I don't want to buy Gary. And then you go to the next door. This now, what the world requires now is for you to constantly and consistently show people what you have in terms of value, in terms of benefit, in terms of how you can solve your problem, and then they can buy from you. So I know I'm talking in different terms, but so just to define content marketing is a marketing strategy used to attract, to engage, and to retain an audience. Content marketing, I would say that again, is a marketing strategy used to attract, to engage, and to retain an audience. And the way to do that is by creating and sharing value, relevant information, and helpful materials that can help them move from where they are to where they want to be. So that is what content marketing is. The approach and the strategy you use to attract customers to yourself. The approach and strategy you use to engage with them in a conversation, to know their pain, to know their needs, to know how you can service them, and also the strategy you use to retain those customers. That is content marketing.
It's so interesting that you
Yeah.
mentioned content marketing. Now, I hear a lot of small businesses and a lot of people who are charged with the responsibility of producing content say, "I don't know what to post. I don't know what to write. I don't know what is content." So, from your perspective and experience, what is content?
Please, can you repeat the question, please?
What is content? We hear people say things like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to do. I mean, people whose responsibilities are, some say I'm out of ideas. What is content? From your perspective and experience,
Okay,
what is content?
awesome. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I think during the weekend, Saturday or so, I had a session like this also, and I asked the audience to define what content is, and many people came up with their idea of what content is. Like, content is a piece of information you put out there for to solve people's problem. Content is a piece of information you put out there to excite and entertain people. And there were different definitions, but I said, now let's just take it to the basic. Let's take it to the basic. What is content? If you buy a book, like I said in my story of how I became a goal setting coach, I bought a book, and the title of the book is Goals by Brian Tracy. Everything contained inside that book is content,
Okay.
right? Everything
Mm-hmm.
contained inside that book is content. If you buy a bottle of Coke from a supermarket or a nearby store, everything contained inside that bottle is content. In short, if you look behind the bottle, you will see where they write content in this bottle, and they give you a list of ingredients and all that. So that is the content. Content is anything that is contained in what you are doing. So if you are a business person, content is anything, any piece of information, any piece of value that is contained in what you do. So this is an online training going on content marketing, but what we are dishing out is content. What I am saying now is content. It is what is contained in this class. It is what makes this class tick. So whenever you are thinking of content, think about what do you want to give, think about what you want to give, think about that value that you are giving out, think about that relevant information that you are giving out, think about that helpful material that you can give out, because without it you can't attract, you can't engage, and you can't retain your customers. So when people say I'm running out of ideas, the next question I'll ask is, what do you want to give? What do you want to give? So if yes, what do you want to give? If you can find out what you want to give, ideas will start coming. So I sell shoes and I'll be like, I don't know what content to put out there, and I ask you, what do you want to give to your people? And the person says, okay, I want to give quality shoes. Go to Google, go and search how to identify quality shoes, read about it, coin your own out of it, post on your social media. Okay, you're a food vendor. I don't know what content to put out there. What do you want to give? You want to give food that when people eat it, their mind will be blown away. Go to YouTube, check what food are people eating and they are blown away. Carve a video, do your own. If you can edit video, edit it, post it to your audience. So that is content. Content is whatever you want to give that is useful to your audience, basically.
Now let me put it to you this way. A lot of other
Yeah.
people, coaches, I must say, would
Yeah.
tell people anything is content.
Yeah.
Anything is content. A baby crying, and you put it on your page is content. You twerking is content. You
All
doing
right.
anything is content, even though it does not relate directly to your brand or does not directly promote your product. Do you agree with that?
Well, like I said, no, I don't agree with that. First and foremost, but like I said, content is anything. Like content is anything that is contained in anything. If you move into a new apartment, the apartment is empty, it is without content. Yeah. So when you start feeling that your house or your room up, you put a chair, you put a TV, you put a dining, you set up a decor, those are content. Would you put what you don't need inside your house? Would you go and carry, let's say, what would you go and carry, say, a truck and come and park it in front of your house when you don't need it? Or would you go and buy a shelf for cooking, where this shelf they use in eateries to display the food? Would you carry it and go and come and put in your sitting room? That's content, yeah. But you will not put it in your living room because it is not useful to you. It is not useful to you, and it is not useful to the people consuming it. So anything is not content in the sense of, like, now in business. If you watch, there's one brand that I respect so much in their advertisement, and that is MTN. If you watch any of MTN's advertisement, they do not need to write that this is MTN for you to know that it is MTN ad. Why? Because
Okay.
every piece of content, every piece of word, every piece of picture is depicting to you that this is the person I am they are talking about. So any piece of information is not content. For my definition, I said content marketing is the strategy that you use to attract, to engage, and retain an audience by creating and sharing valuable, number one, number two, relevant, and number three, helpful materials. Do you get? So those are the key factors. The whatever you're sharing must be valuable, it must be relevant, and it must be helpful to your audience. So you said, like you mentioned, twerking is a content. Good and fine. Would Pastor Adeboye post a video of a lady twerking? It's content, yeah, but we didn't post it on RCCG's page. Do you
Okay.
understand? So okay, Brother Shaggy is content. Would Joe Biden post Brother Shaggy on his Twitter page to excite who is he exciting with Brother Shaggy's video? Do you understand? So it's that yeah, so that is it. But then when it comes to the audience that is relevant for, maybe he's addressing Nigerians, and at that point he wants to get our attention, and they chip in a video of Brother Shaggy. That is content that is relevant to us. That is content that is valuable to us. We say, oh, Joe Biden posted Brother Shaggy, and we are interested in what he has to say. He has used that content to communicate to us. So not just any content you can post there. You post content and helpful to your audience at every point in time.
That's interesting. I mean, it's so good that you mentioned MTN the other time.
So
So
that
that
is
leads us to, the next question. How important is branding and content marketing to a business or to an individual?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, I can hear you. Oh, wow. Here we go again.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Did
Yes,
you
you
get the
asked me a
question?
question.
Yes. Well, how
No,
important
I didn't.
is no? Okay. How important is branding? To content and content. What is the relationship between branding and content marketing to a particular business or individual or entrepreneur? How important is it?
Awesome, awesome, beautiful. Branding is what distinguishes you from every other person. Branding is that distinguishing factor in business, in career, in your small business, in your career, in your entrepreneurship, in your career. Branding is that bit that distinguishes you from other person. So I mentioned in my previous examples, I mentioned three different brands. Number one, I mentioned Pastor Adeboye, which is a brand on his own. I mentioned Joe Biden, who is a brand on his own, and I mentioned Brother Shaggy, which is a brand on his own. Yeah. So these are three different entities, big entities in their own space, but each do not overlap each other because of this word branding. There is a specific measure, there is a specific um how would I put it now? There's a thing they are known for. There are specific values, information, and content they are known for. Yeah. So that is why their content cannot overlap each other. As Brother Shaggy can very well post a picture of anyone that is twerking, the other two can't do it. As Pastor Adeboye can post Bible verses and scriptures from morning to night, Brother Shaggy can't do that because his brand and his content are different. His brand is distinguishing the kind of content that he should put out there. So I also want to just divert a little bit to us as individuals, as personalities. Yeah. So you yourself, you are a brand. The way you, how you carry yourself, how you project yourself. When you were introducing me, you said so when I am putting out my content out there, I am not confusing message. I don't start posting about entrepreneurship, even though that is even relevant. But what I post majorly, or where I direct my content majorly, is what will promote my brand, what will promote my business. And those are specific. You can't be everywhere in the game of content marketing and branding. You can't be everywhere. You have to be known for something. Your color is a message and you have to be known for it. Your brand perception is something, you have to be known for it. As you can get, there are some businesses that that you can patronize. Their stuff is like, let's say, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. You know your pocket that you can go to these people. There are some that theirs is from 100K, 200, 1 million. And then so those people now, by their prices, they've distinguished themselves as different brands. Do you understand? So when you can figure out what brand you are, you now know the kind of content you should be putting out there.
Now, during your when you were talking, you mentioned something about brand perception. What is brand perception?
Brand perception is the way people perceive you when they come in contact with you, when they come
Okay.
in contact with your content. Yes. So like I said, this guy sued Peak and Gala. What's his name now? Investor Sabinus.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that
Yeah.
saga
Yeah.
where he sued
Mm-hmm.
them? He's suing them because they are using his brand perception. So when people see that post where Pick posted something huge, they feel like it is Sabinus that is
Doing it.
doing it. They feel like he's the one promoting it when they didn't actually get his consent. Do you understand? So that is the brand perception that Sabinius have created for himself. So when somebody says something huge, something just comes to your mind, the brand perception of Sabinius.
Okay.
When
Interesting.
when if somebody is singing, for example, if okay, there's a song where Davido sang and he said, he was singing, and in between he said even Odogu they do something something, and people were now saying like he's dissing Odogu. Odogu is not Burna Boy's name, but that's the
Yeah.
perception that he has created of his brand. Do you understand? So somebody can just mention Odogu and what comes to your mind is Burna Boy, because he has made you see him from that light. So you understand? So when I say goal setting coach, and somebody just sees something and possesses that, oh, okay, is that guy that says he's goal setting coach? Do you understand? Yeah, so
That's great.
that's brand perception from my
Wow,
understanding.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So let's move on. What is who is a content marketer? Because at the end of that's what we're here.
Oh,
Who is a
beautiful.
content
I think we are all content. Yes, we are all content marketers from from
But there
from
are
the
people
moment
whose specific responsibilities is to their responsibilities they just promote, create content. That's their job. It's a
yes,
role for them.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So
it's a
tell us
role for
about
them. Yeah. Yes, thank you. It's just like every or let's should yes, every Christian, yeah, is laced with the responsibility of spreading the word of God from the Bible, yeah, right? So
yeah.
every Christian can spread the word of God, but not every Christian is a pastor, yeah. So a pastor is a person that has specifically taken spreading the word of God as his career, as his work, as his life mission. That is what he does for a living. That is what he's known for. Whereas we all can also, I can talk to my neighbor, I can just move down the street and tell one or two people I see. But a pastor, once you just come in contact with a pastor, you say like, oh, this one is a man of God and is promoting the gospel. So that is the same way content marketing and content what content creators, yeah.
Yeah. Content marketers.
Yes, content marketers. So these are people that are made it their career and their life work to help you promote your brand, help you promote your content, help you, creatively sit down to carve out something that will help your brand move forward. They are now experts in it. They've gone through series of trials and errors. They've gone through series of failures and corrections. They've gone through series of trainings to brand themselves and to groom themselves in that position, and it is one of the most lucrative jobs or skills to have right now, because if you can create content for organizations and businesses that yield results, you'll be sought after, because like I said, every one of us is creating content, but those that can create content that can make the most effect, they are highly sought after, and they are the ones called content marketers.
Now, when you mentioned earlier on, are content marketers different from content creators?
That's a tricky, sort of like tricky question, but then I'll do my best to answer in this way: that are content marketers different from content creators? Yes, they are different, because a
Okay.
content creator can create content and not know how to sell it. The word
Okay.
marketer and creator, they are different. So a content creator can be probably a graphic designer. A content creator can be a video editor. A content creator can be a writer, just a normal writer. Now a content marketer now brings both the skill of the content, the video editor, the writer and the graphic designer, and turn it into a finished product and put it out there that is sellable, that is acceptable, and that is wanted. So the marketer now uses the expertise of both the graphic designer, the video creator, and the writer to make something sellable that promotes the brand. That is why even in an organization there are teams, there are different teams. So there's the marketing team, there's the creative programs team and all that. So the marketer is the person that fronts what every other person does at the back end to make
Okay.
profit for the organization. Yeah.
That is interesting. So, is it
Yeah.
safe to say that a content creator needs a content marketer?
Yes, a content creator do need a content marketer if he cannot learn how to market and sell himself effectively.
And can a content marketer be a content creator?
Yes, it goes both ways. If
Okay.
you know, yes, if you know how to sell what you have and you can creatively put it out for people to want it, to engage with it, and to want to continue to retain it, like to want to continue to engage with it, then you are a content creator and a content marketer.
So now in the world of content, where some people are content creators, content marketers, and content writers, and all of that,
Yeah.
what are I'm sure probably what are the opportunities available in the world of content? How broad is it? How much is available for people to diversify, or do they have to be do they have to wear all the hats to be successful in the content business?
Okay, beautiful question. Beautiful question. Let me just give a very real example of what happened to me last night. Last night as about let's say um 11:30. I was about sleeping. I just posted. I design graphic also. Like I just do graphics for my brand personally. But then over time, practice and always the demand of my brand alone is high enough for me to constantly engage in graphic design. So I just posted some jobs that I've done for myself and for some people, because I don't call myself a graphic designer. So I don't like I design graphic, but if you want to pay, fine. If you don't want to pay, I'll do it for you, but based on relationship. So I was just posting it. I posted before and after some jobs. And what I do is, that's another thing that I said about knowing how to sell yourself. What I do is, if I'm scrolling through WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook, WhatsApp basically and Facebook, and I see a design that is not so professional, that is not so catchy, and I see the kind of thing the person is promoting, I'll just message the person. I like your design, it's nice, but can I help you make it better? Like, I can help you make it better. Do you mind? 80% of the time they'll be like, no, no, it's fine, please help me. And then I do it. I take the old one, I renew it, make it finer, make it better, make it more appealing. And I send it to the person and they'll be like, wow, this is so nice. Like, how much? I'm like, no, no, don't pay. Don't pay for now. All right. So I was using that to own my skills. So once in a while I just post them on my status, before, after, before, after, before, after. So I did that last night, around 10 o'clock or so. Like an hour later, two people messaged me. I like your design. Oh, there's a design I want to do this night. Can you help me? I'll be like, it's late. Oh, when do you want it? They said they want it by morning. I said, it's because it's such a short notice. I'll charge you 5,000 naira for it. They'll be like, there's no problem. I've seen your work. You're good. And the two of them paid that yesterday night. And I think by 7 a.m. this morning, I delivered and we finalized it. So I said that to say that the opportunities in creating content and creating it web is endless, is limitless. So, and it depends on where you're putting your work and who you're putting your work to. So on my WhatsApp, I have about 400 to 500 contacts that view my status daily. So anytime I put something, there's always a reaction. So imagine if I have like an audience of, let's say, 10,000, or an audience of like 20,000, the opportunities and the probability of you making more money expands, it increases. So the opportunities of having a content marketing skills, or a content, or a content, being a content creator, is enormous. Companies can see you and and just want to work with you. because of how good your work is, because of how well you've owned your skill. So I feel like I've answered that. The opportunities are enormous: money opportunities, job opportunities, career opportunities, business opportunities, collaboration. I think we are both here because somebody collaborated with us, and that is because you carried something which is also a digital marketing skill.
That's
Do you
interesting.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, for someone who's a novice who has no idea whatsoever in the content, but has heard, oh, some people are content writers, some people are this and people are that, and the person wants to, for instance, sign up to Sourcing Business Mentorship Program, but doesn't know exactly where to focus their energy. And because you mentioned earlier on to focus, to be specific in the particular, play your brand, you need to be specific.
yeah.
What are the branches in the content business?
Branches in the content business. Whoa, there's a lot. Like there's a
Okay.
lot, and yeah, there's there's a lot, and I think if okay, I think you asked two questions. You said first is if a person is a newbie, like how can they get into the whole content creation and stuff, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second question is the
What are the
branches.
branches of content business?
Oh, okay. So the branches in content business are: there's content writing, there's creative design, there's like anything you do to put a message out by any means is a branch of content. So like I can't articulately tell you is this now, but then you
Okay.
can go online, maybe go on Google, check on Google, aspects of content marketing that you can go into, content creation that you can go into in business. There's a lot. There's the writing, even podcasts is a aspect of content creation. There's podcast, there's video, YouTube, there's text, there's a whole lot. There's graphic design, there's animation, there's a whole lot. It's so broad. It's so broad.
Okay, okay. Can I say something?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
please.
Yes. Mr. Abina, well done.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, yes, like you said, content is actually very massive. And there is something that came to my mind as you were talking about the branches. In order to help those who are trying to start career in content marketing or maybe
Yeah.
content creation, I think one of the aspects they need to look at is their natural.
Okay. Good.
They need to look at natural gifting and their own skill background. For example, for
Mm.
someone who is already experienced in creative writing, some people are
Yeah.
good in when it comes to writing articles, stories and stuff like that, and they don't know that they
Yeah.
can actually commercialize it. So some
Yes.
do it it's just an hobby. Some do it in form of just like just trying to while away time on social media. But these are tools. These are skills that are highly you know um, valued for organization.
Yes.
Like you said, when talking about creating graphics, it is one thing to know how to use CorelDRAW. It is another thing to
Yes.
have mind. So when you
Yes.
have creative mind and you know how to use either Canva or CorelDRAW or Photoshop, whatever it is, you notice that your ability to be able to picture an idea will be different. So that is a guide for
Yes.
somebody who wants to go into content business to know that, oh, I have this imaginative power that when you talk about something, I can draw it in a way that is going to be able to sell a product or be able to
Yeah.
promote an idea. So I think that
Yeah.
should be a foundation for anybody who want to go into content because, like you said, content is very wide.
Yeah.
Web development is content.
Yes.
Growing up in the digital business, I've met a lot of web developers who have zero knowledge of marketing. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to help them out as a business person. I have to get them on the move, to build them on how to create something that will be appealing to the audience. So you see, you could be as a web developer, you are a content creator. As a video editor, you are a content creator.
Content
As
creator,
a
yeah.
as a blogger, you're a content creator. So there are so many aspects of content, business. But when you are going into it, you have to ask yourself, what is my skill? What is my ability? Where do I have advantage? And from there, you can now go for learning, go for trainings, mentorship, and then you'll be able to get better.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir,
so
for
much.
that clarity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, as we're almost running up, what does it take? I mean, for someone who wants to build, who wants to, start, what are the first things they need to know, as a content marketer? You want to be a content marketer right now. What are the first things you need to do? Are there courses you need to take? Are there training? What exactly do they need to know? First thing first, to be a content marketer.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. For anyone that wants to be a content marketer, the first thing you need to have is the passion for it. You have to, desire it. You have to want to be in it for the good reason. So you have to also have a purpose for which you are going into it. The purpose might be money. Some people say you don't go into business because of money. Please, you can go into business because of the money. But then the question now is, when you make the money, what happens? Do you throw the business away? So that is why you also have to attach a purpose to it. What solutions do you want to solve with um this venture you're going into, to this line of business you're going into, to this new skill you want to acquire? What problems does it solve aside you having money? Because of the truth, when you eventually have the money, what do you do? So number one is the passion. Number two is you should have a purpose for why you're joining it. You should know the reason why you're joining. Number three is to join source in business organization. They have a whole lot of packages. We have a whole lot of packages for you to get started in digital marketing, in content writing, in content creation, creative writing, any aspect that you feel like is you want to go into. Source in business is number one platform for you. I think there's a link going on below. You can use that link to join and ask questions. If there's an aspect you want to go into that we do not have and cover at the moment, we'll make provisions for you. And also is you should have a willingness to learn. Like I said, I do graphics. I do a whole lot on the online space, things I didn't even know that were there. And like my boss was saying prior, like there are some innate abilities that you have as a child, as a young guy, let's say 12, 13. I used to draw a lot. I have a catalog of drawings that are piled up: Tom and Jerry, Spider-Man, Superman. Okay, why are you laughing? I have I
Because it's
have them
just
in. So there's a whole pile up of book. But then we grew up and thought, like, I don't want to be an artist. Drawing has gone out of,
That shows that
nobody's
shows
drawing.
why you're
No,
that shows why you're good with graphic design.
the graphic design.
You already
So of all the skills, graphic design just appealed to me. Like, okay, I think I can put one or two together. Colors are attractive and stuff, and I got into it. And with willingness to learn and practice over time, I was able to get a hang over it. So there's another one I'm learning now, which is video editing and video creation. As I'm going into it, it takes hours. You watch videos. So those are one of the things you need. Also, the willingness to learn, the patience to first understand and then to move forward. So I've listed 4 steps so far. Number one, I listed that you should have the passion, you should have the burning desire. Number two, you should have the purpose. Why are you joining? Why do you want to learn graphic design? Like I said, graphic designer helps my brand. He helps me grow my brand. He helps me also solve problems for other people. Like I said, I don't charge most times for graphic. I just see your graphic is not good. I help you do it. I help you redesign it. So that's purpose. I feel like in that space I'm solving a problem. Number three is to look for a credible organization like Source in Business to join, to get knowledge, to get trained from trainers. There are other platforms like Coursera. There are like LinkedIn Learning. There's YouTube. YouTube is your friend. I used to tell everybody I know, YouTube, excuse me, YouTube and Google are your friend. Number four, you have to have the willingness to learn. You have to have the willingness to sit down, to burn the hours to learn. As a content writer, there are contents you write that will be whack. They'll suck. They'll make no sense. But you have to sit down and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite till you get a hand of on it. So those, I think those 4 steps or 5 steps go for anybody that wants
Thank
to
you so
get
much for
started.
that. What about people who are
Yeah.
joining in sourcing? I mean, you're a tutor on sourcing business. What are your mentees expected? What are they expecting from you once they come in this particular field?
Yeah, so for my mentees on that's that are coming on board with me, like there's a lot to learn on content marketing. So the idea is, in the space of our training, you will become a badass content marketer. Your post on Facebook, your post on Instagram will take a massive shift. And the way we have structured the training is that it is so practical that you can't escape not putting it into practice. So if you've listened to me for the past 20-30 minutes, you understand that there is a lot of value that is to be shared on content marketing, on how to become a content marketer, on how to structure yourself, how to position yourself, how to find your niche, how to create your own brand for yourself, how to find your purpose statement so that it will guide what you do every time, how to find the market for the product you have or for the business you're running, how to find the perfect platform for you to use. So there's a whole lot to learn. The idea is to take you from, oh, I used to write on Facebook, to I am now intentionally creating content that is both consumable and sellable to my audience. So I'll take that again, from just I post on Facebook, oh, happy Sunday, selfie, to intentionally creating content that is both consumable and valuable to your audience. So there's a whole lot to learn from my mentees, and I want you to get on board. Let's get started. So you're welcome.
All right, Alpha Abena, thank you so much for that. We have, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, and I get to ask them for you. Okay. Let us see. Okay. In the absence of no questions, Alpha Abena, thank you so much for stopping by. We had a great time, and we are looking forward. Of course, those who will be joining the Source in Business Mentorship Program, we're looking forward to having you as a mentor and tutor on that platform. Thank you so much,
It's
Mr.
already
Alpha
gone.
Abena.
He
Thank
had
you.
he
I
had a
didn't
business
I
class
didn't
on.
get that. Okay.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, and we are looking forward
Oh
to,
shit. Yeah.
learning from you on the
All
Source and
right.
Business platform. Yes, thank you so much. We do appreciate your presence.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you too.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so, with that, we have come to the end of today's episode edition on upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. It's been wonderful hanging with you, but I'll be back next week, Wednesday, same time at 10 a.m. In between time, I need you to go onto Source and Business Mentorship Program, sourceinbusiness.com, register on any course of your choice, and of course, share the link. Do not be stingy. Share the link to everyone. Let people know that they can skill up, they can acquire a skill, they can be better for themselves, for their families, for the country. My name is Ogemark, and I'll see you next week. Have a good day.